Hello guys, David and Britannica again. We're still planning to get church in Chicago. We just wanted to share with you guys something that's been going on, give you guys a little update.
Big announcement, surprise announcement. But before we get into that, we just want to say this. This is going to come as a shock to many, and we're going to leave all parties involved, their names anonymous, really out of respect for everybody involved here. A year ago, we announced we're launching a church, and we launched with the name Vive Church Chicago. Stands for life. God called us. The vision He gave us was to bring life to Chicago, one neighborhood at a time. We're still doing that. The vision, the mission does not change. About a month ago, we had an organization reach out to us and inform us that we needed to change our name due to infringement upon their trademark. And so a year ago, right, when we launched this name, we did our due diligence. We searched domains and socials and an Illinois database, make sure there's nobody in Illinois, Chicago, in our region, so multiple states around us doing any kind of commerce in with this name. So this organization reaches out and informs us that they are moving to Chicago and that we have infringed upon their trademark, and they requested we change our name. We obviously were blown away and shocked because we've spent a year building this brand and this market and marketing and spent a lot of dollars in terms of print material and advertising and all of that, right? So it comes as a huge shock to us. So we sought spiritual counsel, and we also sought legal counsel, and really after all of that, we've just come to the conclusion that really in order to keep unity within a city, Chicago, that's already greatly divided, there's no point in the kingdom of God fighting over things that we don't need to fight over. So we have decided we're going to change our name. And yeah, that's where we're at.
When this came as such a shock about a month ago, obviously we started processing, like he said, really praying. That was the number one thing, you know, when your world seems like, uh-oh, like what's going on? It's just ripped out from under you, you go to God. And that's what we did. And we felt stronger than ever that the mission of, I'm not going to say Vive Church anymore, but the mission of this church God has called us to plant remains the same, to bring life to this city, one neighborhood at a time.
We asked God, how do you see Chicago? When you see Chicago, God, what do you see? And He began to give us a vision, an image, a very vivid image of His life being infused directly where we live and then spreading at the speed of light all across the city of Chicago. If you're familiar with the city of Chicago, you know it is set up on a grid system, a very intricate grid. So once you're on the grid, the road systems, the trains, the transit, public transport, the cars, everything, you know it's all run on the grid, right? So it's really, really unique. Once you're on the grid, as people say here in Chicago, you can get anywhere in the entire city, really without needing a GPS, mainly because every road connects to another road. So as God began to give us this vision of His light being infused right where we live and then spreading throughout the grid, it was just almost kind of like God is saying, hello, you have the name right there. I'm telling you what the name is. And without further ado, here we go. Our new church name is... Oh, we're saying this together? I know we're saying it together. You go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead.
The Grid Church.
The Grid Church. And our mission doesn't change. We're bringing life to the city, one neighborhood at a time. We're just doing it under a new name. And so you got to bear with us because you understand the implications of changing your name after you've built your brand for a year. You got to go back and rebrand and remarket and do everything all over again, which is...
Pray for us.
yeah, please.
But you know, God's not surprised by this, and that was the thing that really brought assurance to us. So God's in this, and we're just excited to move forward as the Grid Church and see what God's going to do in Chicago.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.